just a little dude.
Yeah, there's another one to your left.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we have made a mistake. Hey guys, welcome back to the STEMulus. I'm Steph, and let's talk weeks 4 and 5 of Launch Base. I'm gonna go ahead and lump weeks 4 and 5 together because week 5 we didn't really do much, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Our 4th week in French Guiana started off with an adventure to the Isles de Salut. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but basically it's this beautiful group of islands that are about 10 kilometers off the coast of French Guiana. We took a boat out there and spent the day hiking around on the islands, but the islands actually have a little bit more of a sinister history. On those islands are really like massive prisons that were built there by the French, and basically you could steal a loaf of bread and like have a very short prison sentence and then never be heard from again. Like tons and tons of people died in terrible, terrible conditions. Kind of creepy. But yeah, we got to see some beautiful beaches and it was quite a day. So here's a look back at that. So many stairs. Bye.
The phone right behind me.
After returning from the islands and recovering from a terrible sunburn, we got back to the work week. Week 4 consisted of finishing mounting the satellites to the mechanical light band, or the MLB, which is just basically a set of 4 rings, and we put one satellite on each of these rings and mechanically fasten them down, and then that would go on top of where Perusat was housed, our co-passenger. And then in the middle of the week, we encapsulated. Basically what that means is we sealed the 4 satellites up in the fairing, which is the top part of the rocket, and that was the last we were gonna see of the satellites ever. After that, there wasn't a whole lot to do besides attend meetings and charge batteries every couple of days, so we sent the rest of our team home. But enough of me talking, let's take a look back at that week. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, and today was the day they tucked my babies in. We'd had encapsulation this morning, so the babies are tucked in and they're ready to go to space. And I'm so emotional. We're spacecraft. I know. No, I'm sad because I missed the encapsulation this morning, because last night when I spoke to the mechanical guys, they had a couple more things to do. So I figured I had a little bit of time this morning, and it turns out I didn't. So I missed it. I got to watch the last little bit on the screen in our office. But there's so many emotions. It was the last time I'll see the satellites ever. They're going to be in space, and it was just such an emotional moment for me. Last night we were finishing some cable checks, and then the mechanical guys came in and they were to relieve us, and we were getting ready to go, and I was walking down with my buddy Derek, and we got down to the second platform, and I go, wait, I have to go back. And he goes, why, did you forget something? I was like, kind of, I gotta say bye. And he kind of laughed at me, and I walked back up on the platform, and everybody's kind of gathering around the satellites working on different things, and I just kind of stood there for a second and looked at him, and I go, be good kids, just like such a dweeb. And I was like tearing up and walked off the platform, but it's been an emotional thing for me. For those of you familiar with the show Firefly, which if you're not, what are you doing with your life? It's on Netflix. Go. There's only 1 season and a movie, but you should totally go check it out. But anyway, getting off track, I always kind of liken myself to Kaylee Fry. I really found a lot of similarities and was really able to relate to the character. And one of the ways that I am most able to relate to the character is how she always talks to the spacecraft. She always talks to Serenity, the spacecraft that they fly on. And for me, I've always done that. Even when I was working on aircraft, I've always like walked up and just kind of like touched the aircraft and be like, it's all right, baby, we're gonna get you fixed up and stuff like that. And I've always done that. So I've always talked to whatever like craft I'm working on, and it's been no different with the spacecraft. A couple weeks before we left, we were working on Grave Shift, and I was getting ready to hook up some cabling to one of the spacecraft, and I just had this like realization that in a month and a half it was going to be in space, and I just kind of rested my hand on one of the panels and was like, you're gonna do great, baby. But it's just stuff like that. It's just, for me, it really is something I'm incredibly emotional about, and I shouldn't be. I don't know, it's a piece of machinery, but at the end of the day, it's like, this is what I love to do, and so it's kind of like a kid to me. I don't know. Sorry, yeah, I'm getting all like emotional and crap, but yeah, I'm excited. So heading back over in a little bit for some meetings for the rest of the day, and then after this, pretty much for the next couple weeks, it's gonna be me charging batteries every couple of days with Ivan. So we're gonna get to hang out and have a couple hours of work every few days, but it's an important task and somebody's got to do it. It's getting close, guys. 2 weeks out. Good morning, kids. It is Friday, and today I am sad. Most of our team is heading back to the States. The only people that are going to be left are me and Ivan, or Ivan and I guess to be grammatically correct. And we're going to be here for a week or so by ourselves, and then our boss Ben is going to come back the week of the launch, and then we'll be 3. But yeah, all these guys, I'm not going to see them again until I'm back stateside. So heading out now to go ahead and see them off before being stuck in meetings all day, because that's basically our job for the next week, 2 weeks, is to charge batteries and then attend meetings while Ben's not here. So it's gonna be super exciting. But yeah, gonna go see them off. There they go. Back to the US. Hi guys. Yeesh, that's great hair. Good morning, lovely people. It is Saturday. We are less than 2 weeks away from launch, and yeah, I am rocking this. This is fantastic. So today I have off. All of our guys left yesterday to go back home, and they're getting back to California today. So it's just me and Ivan. Ivan is in the office right now helping out the program that's coming behind us, which is one of the big old honkin' geosats. And I'm here, and today is moving day. That's right, the hotel is kicking us out of our rooms and putting us in a different place because I guess there's a group of guys that want to all be together. And I think they're a group of Indian guys, and they don't want to be around like meat eaters is what they said. So I guess we're moving, which is great because my stuff is everywhere. And now I have other boxes too. Since my boss Ben is coming back in a week, he left his stuff in my room, so I have to haul that. And then on top of that, all the guys that were leaving and not coming back decided to drop their stuff in my room. Well, they were, hoping that I would use it, but it's more like, if you don't want to use it, throw it out. I'm probably not going to use a lot of it in 2 weeks, so yay! I love moving. Moving is just my favorite thing to do, ever. Look at all the stuff that I'm never going to use. Ignore the dirty shirt that is supposed to be clean, but is still kind of gross. Honestly, I'd just rather be laying in bed, but what are you going to do? Saturday. After that, like I said, week 5 was pretty uneventful. We went to meetings every day and charged batteries every couple of days. And that's basically one of the advantages of launching powered off, which the SkySats do. A lot of times satellites do launch powered on, and if that's the case, then you have a lot of testing that leads up to the launch. And that wasn't the case for us, but it was the case for a co-passenger, Perusat. So that's why I'm lumping weeks 4 and 5 together. There wasn't a whole lot that went on. In fact, I don't even think I took footage for week 5 because there just wasn't much going on. But with that, we are at the end of the launch-based vlogs. Week 6 is coming up, and that is launch week, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please feel free to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the STEMulus. I'm going to start putting out regular content again. I'm so excited to talk about the latest and greatest in STEM news and some other really cool stuff. 2017 is going to be packed full of awesome, so subscribe and don't miss it. But with that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful new year, a wonderful rest of your week. Stay well, stay awesome, and I will see you next time.